So in the aviation news this week, there was a story about a small child that had to go potty on a plane. And it was after the plane touched down, but before it arrived at the terminal, when passengers are not allowed to get up. I don't know why they're such a stickler about this. I mean, we always give out coats. Flight attendants have to give out coats and luggage and everything on the ground, and it's not that dangerous. I mean, it's side to side. The dangerous time is in flight, you know, when it's also up and down with turbulence. But anyway, they wouldn't let this child use the potty, which in the plane is called the lavatory. But then a flight attendant noticed, and she called the captain on the phone. You know, there's a phone at every jump seat. She called the captain, and he put on the brakes so this child could go to the bathroom.
Oh, nice.
The lavatory. But all the other passengers were angry. They had connections, you know. They didn't want to be sitting there on the runway. So the flight attendant told the captain that there was a mutiny in the cabin. And the captain announced that there was trouble getting a slot at the terminal, and they were waiting on the runway just to get the gate. So the child was off the hook and went to the bathroom. And I started thinking about all the things that are lore about airplane bathrooms. You must have heard about the Mile High Club.
Yes.
Are there any members here? One member here. Two members here. I won't tell you if I'm a member. I just don't want it to get around. I will say that it's a very tight space and rather unpleasant. Another thing about airplane bathrooms that I bet you don't know, it involves airplane bathrooms, so I've almost already told you the joke, but the joke is that the pilots say, what has the fastest ground speed in the airplane? Now, ground speed is, I guess, in miles per hour, and in planes, normal speed is a different kind of number. So on 767s, what has the fastest ground speed? That's the speed that when you flush in the back of the plane, the waste rushes to the holding tank at the front of the plane. 90 miles an hour on a 767. Isn't that disgusting? Right over your head.
I don't know where I'm going to lodge that information, but I'll...
You know, airplane bathrooms are not like train bathrooms. Passengers often asked us, can we flush, you know, at the gate before takeoff? They thought at takeoff it just opens up. Have you ever been on a train like that? I was in India last year. You just look down and see the tracks of the train. The other thing about bathrooms that came to mind was a lawsuit that I was involved in. I was hired as a consultant regarding an airplane bathroom. And here's what happened. After landing, same as this child, this lady had to go to the bathroom. They wouldn't let her up. She knew she couldn't make it into the terminal. I understand, because with the pressure change, I always have to go immediately after touchdown. It's natural. They wouldn't let her up, and then you know how they disembark toward the front of the cabin, so everybody's coming up the aisle. When they passed her row, she scooted out, went back to go to the bathroom. Well, the flight attendants didn't notice. It was the last flight of the day. They turned off the lights when they left. And the maintenance people found her dead the next day, dead in the bathroom.
What?
So this is another thing we have to worry about, going to the bathroom without the airlines killing us.
Okay, that's